Hi, this is Troy with SharptoothCode.com. I'm going to make a short video today about the UspGenerator tool, just to clarify some of the benefits and features and use cases that this tool has, and why I personally find this more useful than the Simple Plus editor API generator. So I've already got a few CLZs here. My tool integrates with the registry, so it's already tied to this file extension. All you need to do is double click on the file and it will generate my version of the API. So I'll open that up in my own editor. And then we'll use the Crestron one as a side-by-side. So I'll open up this one. So one thing you'll notice here is mine has a little bit more information. Some of it is commented based on the Simple Plus syntax. And so let's start with the properties. First thing that I noticed about the Crestron one was that the properties, they don't tell you whether, for instance, current phone book offset is a property that contains a get and a set function. And so if you were to use this function and try and set its value to a different signed long integer, it would probably wait until you tried to compile the file, and then the cross-compiler would give you an error of some sort because it only contains the get. With rows expected, it looks exactly the same as the current phone book offset, but it contains both a get and a set. So that's just one subtle difference between the Crestron version and mine. The other thing is that not all classes in here can be really used in Simple Plus. So that's one thing that mine differentiates here with the little comment. The other thing is with the delegate properties. The one thing I didn't like about the Crestron one is they separate after all the functions. It's literally on the bottom and the top. So if you have a big API like this, you need to go down here, look at what your property is, figure out the name so that you know how to set up your register delegate call in Simple Plus. Look at the name here and then follow this all the way up to try and figure out where that name was. So it was delegate command to send change, delegate command to send change, and then you find that just to figure out what the signature is. With mine, which one was that? Delegate send command event. So all you need to do is you look at this. The syntax highlighting there is a little messed up, but it's all in one line. So you know the name, the delegate type of the delegate property, and the signature. And it's all there for you. And then further to that, you also have the pre-populated callback function declaration. So you can just pretty much copy this out and paste it directly in your Simple Plus code. And you don't have to remember or use the API documentation for how to format the callback function for a delegate. And your register delegate call, these can all be copied into your main function with an instance identifier of object. One other thing that mine does that this API doesn't show is mine will tell you whether a class is abstract or static, and it will also tell you what a particular class inherits from, if there was inheritance used in this library. I don't see that being the case. And just the same with delegate properties. The other thing you can do for callbacks to simple plus and then eventually transition in simple is you can use event handlers. And that will do the same thing here if this library had events instead of delegate callbacks. There would be a register event comment here, all ready to go and pre-populated for you, and then the subsequent event handler signature that you can just copy directly over to your simple plus code and then start building out what you want to do with these callbacks. And the very first thing that I almost forgot is it'll also pre-generate the user simple sharp library directive for you here with the name of the CLZ. So you've got most of this stuff already templated out for you. You don't need to type that for every library that you build. Most of it's already done for you, and then you can just work on the logic to transition from simple sharp over to simple plus and then into your simple program. So very useful tool, and I hope many of you other Crestron programmers will find it useful. Thank you again.